What's up? What's up? Now you know what time it is again. Of course, it's time for another review, and today I'll be reviewing the movie Black Widow. So this is the origin story of the character Black Widow from the MCU, from Marvel comic books in general. Um, this is a background story, extensive background story of her particular character, Natasha Romanoff. And I have to say, I really like this movie. I really enjoyed watching this film. Um, I think it's a solid film. I think it's a great film. The family arrangement with Natasha and the three other people that make up her family, which is an arrangement because they're a group of Russian assassins in the film, which is her origin, was fantastic. Her, the actor who plays her sister, Florence Pugh, who plays Yelena, Rachel Wise, who plays her arrangement mother, and David Harbour, who plays her arrangement father. This family worked incredibly well in the film, grounded the film tremendously, and just the chemistry between them just absolutely, completely works, bar none. The actor who plays Yelena Florence is just hilarious. She has a dry, straightforward, obviously sarcastic sense of humor that completely works across the board. It just works between Black Widow and her completely. She's the younger sister of Natasha, the younger arrangement sister of Natasha. It was great. The opening sequence I thought was really great, establishing the world and lifestyle in which they come from. I like the kid actors that play the younger Natasha and Yelena. I like the fact they had it placed in America and also overseas in different countries. And then seeing in the opening montage of how the young girls are raised to be assassins, referring to it, this organization calling it the Red Room, which is headed by this guy named Dracoff. The story continues with them coming together as adults. And this story really is the core of it, really embodies the core and the genre it really embodies the most is a drama. It's a family drama about the human dynamic of a family and what effect that has on a person. How family really is important. Who you're raised by, who your guardians are, and you're not necessarily born into a family. You create your own family, even if it is arranged. You stick to who you really connect with, who you really mesh well with, and who you really are in sync. And this family really is in sync. The action, the fighting scenes, the battle scenes between um, Black Widow and Taskmaster is great. It really establishes how strong physically Taskmaster really is. And then I like the fight scene between her and her sister when they reunite. I thought it was great. It looks very natural. What I like about Black Widow and also the action in the Marvel films is that even though you know it's a stunt double, a combination between the actor and the stunt double, it doesn't look like it. It looks very seamless, like they're really doing the action. One thing that I think needed to be improved, a few things I think needed to be improved for the film is the actual incorporation of Taskmaster. It isn't the origin of Master that are in the comic books. They completely changed it. I thought it was pretty great and cool how Dracoff, the antagonist of the film, uses this girl. He actually has a dialogue in the film where he says, I just tapped into and used an unlimited natural resource that is overlooked and that is second class citizens across the world, which is young girls, abandoned, neglected, adopted girls. And I'm using them to create this big organization. I thought that was a great motivation. But the incorporation of Taskmaster could have been so much better. He actually uses his daughter as essentially an actual Taskmaster as a character, as a henchman, as opposed to the real origin story in the comic books. I thought that could have been completely better. I like the fight sequence at the end. I like the way that Natasha fights Taskmaster while flying. Um, in the film too as well, it's verified through the dialogue that they changed different locations so that the Red Room won't be captured. So they end up being in the air, which I thought was dope. It doesn't really explain though How do the government, unless they're in business with the government, how they're able to hide out in the air when there's so many satellites surrounding, especially particularly in the modern world that are surrounding the Earth that could actually track this. That it wasn't explained, so it's just kind of assumed and left up to interpretation, personal interpretation. So I thought those things could have been improved, and also just the fight sequence at the end with the girls. I thought it was pretty good, a good concept, and I thought it was a good motivation for the antagonist, and then also with the girls who are essentially beaten up and taking turns fighting with Black Widow. I thought that was good. It could have been elaborated a little bit more. Other than that, I really think this film is great. I give it a B plus. So you know what you need to do. Please subscribe if you like my reviews because I will be uploading a review at least once a week.